Okay, awesome. So we're all on here. Yay. So we're going to start out like we do every single time with recognition. And so we have our new team member. Caitlin is here. She is a personal. So I am the queen of sharing. How exciting. All right. So we're also looking at, remember, ladies, we're looking at the most bookings. So anybody have 5 or more bookings right now? From now until forever. That's enough.
I have 2.
Yeah. You have 2. Okay, awesome, Darcy. Anyone beat 2?
I think I might have 3.
Okay, you guys gotta know your numbers. If you don't know your numbers, you don't
know
know
our numbers.
Gotta know
I
your
know
numbers.
for sure 1, but then there might
be some more.
Darcy might have us beat.
Okay, and I know Sarah has at least 1 for next week, so working on 2, so that's exciting. And then remember, now the rest of the, and another thing that will not be on your weekly accomplishment sheet is your highest faces. So has anyone, and we're looking at like the past 2 weeks, because that first week of August, I was in Dallas, last week. So who's done at least 5 faces for August? Dawn, have you done at least 5? You've done 4.
I've done 4 as of today.
Okay. All right. Well, I know that this is going to grow because I know you girls are booking. So that's going to go up. That is exciting. And Dawn,
can I count my plastic model?
You cannot. Girls, I need to show you something that Dawn sent to me today. It was absolutely terrifying. So if you're not on Voxer, get Voxer. And then you can get wonderful messages like this from Dawn at the drop of a hat. I don't know if it's going to show up. Look at that.
Oh my God.
She sent that to me. Those of you on the phone are missing this amazing image.
That's like nightmares.
It is nightmares. It is literally nightmares. And no, that does not count. So sorry, Dawn.
I did post the picture of the 3 of them on Facebook. So if you want to get like the group picture, it's on Facebook.
Yeah, you girls can see that.
Where did you find that?
It was somebody had gotten it at a yard sale.
Oh.
Still in her house. Still in her house. She's just
nice.
Yeah. All right, ladies. So weekly accomplishment sheets. I cannot stress enough how important they are to the growth of your business, because a tracked number does grow. Okay. And I know some of you are brand new and you're like, what the heck is a weekly accomplishment sheet? And that is something I will go over with you, but it is on Mary Kay In Touch under business tools. And that's where you're going to put, just every week, you're going to put what you did, how many appointments you had, how many faces you saw, how many interviews you had, how much you sold. And this would be your retail, how much you sold retail. And so the one person who has submitted a weekly accomplishment sheet is Dawn. Yay! So that's with $282 in sales. Yay! Highest sales. She's our queen. She gets a gift. How exciting. Yay! We love gifts. And then another thing that would be, reflected on the weekly accomplishment sheet is shares. Okay, so we were sharing the opportunity. So what I want to get into tonight, we've got 21 minutes, is I want to share with you a little bit about where our company is right now. We have a brand new president of Mary Kay North America. He started in January, and I have liked this man for years. He was actually the head of our legal department for many years, and he just became president. And it was actually like a really neat story. I'll have to get more details as to how this all happened, but he was like not even in the running, apparently, to be president. And a week before they were going to announce the new president of North America, he goes in to our CEO's office and gives this like impassioned, speech as to why he needs to be the president and what he's going to do. and they picked him. And so Nathan has 3 imperatives. You might want to write these down. They might be on Mary Kay in Touch as well, but these are the 3 big things going on that we're focused on as a company right now. And the first one is that he is calling all of us to be all in on the power of our opportunity and really the power of direct sales to change lives. Now, let me, if someone's talking, if you can mute yourself out actually, if you're talking. So, but what I would just want to clarify what we mean about being all in. It does not mean you have to be full-time Mary Kay. It does not mean you have to earn a car, become a director. It does not mean that you have to have every waking moment be Mary Kay. But it does mean that you have a loyalty to this company. It does mean that you're a team player. It does mean that you have some kind of goal, whatever that is. It doesn't even have to be a big goal. Okay, it can be any size goal, but that's what I view being all in as being. The second imperative is to reclaim the #1 status in the United States across both markets, retail and direct sales. Now, give you a little bit of history. Mary Kay has been the #1 skincare and color cosmetic brand in the United States for a really long time. Like, I don't even know how many years. I think over 20 years. Okay. We've had that status. We have also had the status of being #1 across retail sales as well. So what do I mean by retail? I mean above like the stuff that's sold in department stores and in drugstores like Clinique and CoverGirl and Estee Lauder and Lancome and MAC and the brands that are sold at Sephora, like #1 above that as well. Right now, we are not #1 in retail markets, okay? But I've got good news about that. We made a huge splash in the months of May and June with our sales with a magical little product. Let me grab it. Called a charcoal mask. I know you girls have all tried this. It is amazing. This is like, I hate to use this term, but it's like a gateway drug, okay, to Mary Kay. All right, because people who may have never tried Mary Kay before or didn't have an interest in it or whatever, they hear about the charcoal mask, and I was getting people who've never bought from me before. I posted a couple of things about it on Facebook, and they're like private messaging me, asking me to send them a charcoal mask. So I'm selling them this, and then I was selling them skincare on top of it. So, I would offer an incentive for them to get the Miracle Set, and they would get it. And so, all because of that charcoal mask. So some of you have heard this story, some of you haven't, but this was so inspiring to me. Dawn heard this firsthand when we were in Dallas. But Mary Kay's grandson is one of our top vice presidents. And I don't know what he does, but it's something very smart, right? Do you know what he does, Dawn? I don't know what he does.
I think he's just the pretty face of the company.
He is not. He actually brings important skills to his job. He is pretty well. He is very pretty, but that's okay. He has a very pretty wife and daughter as well. But he is like self-taught in 5 languages. He's brilliant, including Mandarin Chinese. And he does something like with strategy and numbers or whatever. And that's why I can never remember what he does, because that is not my gifting. And so he said that like a year ago, he and his team were projecting how many of these little guys we were going to be selling. And they predicted that we would sell 175,000 units of the charcoal mask in 3 months in the first quarter. And Nathan Moore, our new president, he gets into his position in January, and he's like, oh no, that is way under what our sales force is going to do. He said, I'm going to double dog dare them. We're going to blow this out of the water. We are going to campaign for this charcoal mask, and we are going to blow the roof off of this thing. And he said, you better be prepared with more charcoal masks. And so we have, our main factory is in Dallas, Texas. But we do have a couple of other factories around the world. We're in over almost 40 countries around the world, if you didn't know that. And so they made sure that those countries were poised and ready to create more charcoal masks if we needed them. And we needed them because we sold over 1 million of these guys in 6 weeks. Like, that's a big deal compared to 175,000 that they predicted in 3 months. So that made a big splash. And then because we were selling a lot of these, we were selling a lot of other stuff too, because they didn't just buy the charcoal mask. They bought other skincare. They bought CC creams. They bought mascaras. They bought the moisture renewing gel mask to go with it. And we ran out of the moisture renewing gel mask. Some of you were a part of that, like waiting for that gel mask to come in the mail. So huge thing. So I just want to tell you girls, like, this is an exciting time. When we were in Dallas, I mean, I could feel it. It wasn't just a sales force, us directors and consultants that were excited. The company was excited about us. And they were truly celebrating us. So if you sold one stinking charcoal mask, you were part of that big goal. So give yourself a little pat on the back. Awesome. So that's number 2, to reclaim the number 1 status. Number 3, the third imperative. This is a quote that has been said time and time again. It's something that Mary Kay herself said all the time. And I'm finally grasping what it means, even though I've heard it for 9 years. And that is, nothing happens unless someone sells something. And I've got to say, when I first heard that 9 years ago, as an elementary school teacher, getting my master's in reading, not business minded at all, and I was very shy about the idea of sales. You know, I was comfortable with show and tell, but I was very shy about the idea of sales because I don't know, I just didn't want to be pushy. I had that huge fear that I was going to be pushy. People are going to feel obligated. But you know what? We don't earn cars unless we sell something. We don't move up unless we sell something. We don't even make an impact unless we sell something. I don't get to meet people and get referrals and have a ministry with my business unless I'm selling something. It all comes with the sales, and it is a very noble thing to sell something, especially something that is as high of a quality as what we have in Mary Kay. Would you not agree? I mean, you girls love this product. It's changing our faces.
Okay.
It gives us confidence. We feel sassy. I mean, I got powerful pink lipstick on. I feel sassy, so that's why I have it on. It makes an impact, and so nothing happens unless someone sells something. And so, how do we sell something? Tell me, how do we sell something?
Put the product on
By doing
Faces.
faces.
Yes, thank you, Kylie. Faces will take you places. It's all about faces. That's why our tracking sheet has a portion. And Dawn, thank you so much for posting your picture of your tracking sheet that you're filling out. We're
That was
tracking.
my challenge.
Yes, it's your challenge. What's your goal? What do you want to earn? What do you want me to buy you?
I want the bag.
You want the
I
bag?
want that bag so bad.
That starter kit
It's
bag.
beautiful.
Yeah. And you
It's
might
going
as
to
well.
become my everyday purse.
Okay. You absolutely can. And so ladies, it's Faces Take You Places. So I want to share with you a booking script, and you're going to be taking lots of notes. So if you don't have a pen and paper out or a tablet or computer or something that you can write notes with, this is recorded so you can go back to it, but going to give you some good words to use because many times your words don't work. So you need to use someone else's, especially if you're new. Okay. And sometimes my words don't work either. And I gotta be like, okay, I gotta look up some other words here. So love this script so much. I did post it on our Facebook page a few days ago, but this is it. This is something you text out to people. Hi, Morgan, or the girl's name. Random question, but can I do a summer makeover with you? Question mark, question mark. I'll say it again. Hi, Morgan. Random question, comma, but can I do a summer makeover with you? Question mark, question mark. I'm putting together. What's that?
You say makeover?
Yes. Oh, you know what? Good point. Good point. Yeah. See, I would do makeover just because, especially if I'm rebooking somebody, if this is an existing customer, but if this is someone who you have not facialed before, I would instead say, can I do a summer pampering session with you?
Okay.
Okay. So summer pampering session, because charcoal mask, what's more pampering? You know what I mean? And especially when you pair it with the Miracle set. So yeah, very, very, very good. Thank you for bringing that up. Oh, I don't want to do that. All right. So then what you say is, I'm putting together a days of summer, that's in quotes, a days of summer portfolio in the next 30 days. And thought I'd ask you if you'd be one of my faces. I realize you girls can go back to Facebook to see this, but if you'd like to take notes, and Mary Kay always said like the faintest ink was better than the, whatever, strongest memory. I don't know. But writing it down does something in your brain. I don't know. There's some psychology there. Maybe Caitlin knows because she's in college and she's learning that stuff. But yeah, writing it down does something to your brain. So I'm putting together a days of summer portfolio in the next 30 days and thought I'd ask if you'd be one of my faces. It's free and you'll look fab. Make sure you're putting in exclamation points. You can even put in some cute emojis like kissy lips or whatever, and then do XOXO, hugs and kisses, and your name with a heart. Okay, make it cute at the end. Hugs and kisses with a heart. So that's really simple. A lot of times we say too much. So we got to keep things simple. So now you're going to get some good responses from this script, because who wouldn't want to help out with being in a days of summer portfolio, right? A lot of people would say yes to that. I would say yes to that. If someone texted me that, I would say yes. Now this is what's critical, okay? These next things I'm going to share with you are booking basics. They are the skills of booking. This is something you can learn. Okay, it has nothing to do with personality. Okay, you can learn these booking basics, but they are pretty essential to getting the results that you want. Because at this point, you might get some good responses, but you might not secure the booking. And you're like, well, what's going on? I'm talking to all these people, but I don't have any dates. I don't have anything on my books. Well, let's talk about the first thing. The first thing is try to get on the phone with them. And that might sound scary. I mean, this is someone who has a phobia of the phone sometimes, all right, me. But I got on the phone today with a lady who was a facial box lead. I texted her, asked if I could call or text her. She said either is fine. And I started texting her back right away. And I'm like, no. She said I could call. I need to call her. So I called her. And you know what? It was so much more fun to get that booking. And she's going to have 5 friends at her party. Okay, so that facial box lead now is a 6-person party. It's like awesome because I talked to her on the phone. So, when she responds that yes, sure, I'll totally help you out, say, great, can I give you a quick call? And if she's at work or something, she's not available, well, then you can text, and that's okay. But if you can get on the phone with people, it's going to be so much better. It doubles your results of getting the booking. Okay. And then also turning that booking into a group. So it's not just one person. Now you might have a group of 3 or 4 or 5 people there. And the more faces you see, the more places you go, right? And then you're working smarter, not harder. So that first initial challenge, or the challenge that you might be in of doing at least 30 faces this month, that's a lot faster if you're doing groups of people. If you're doing 30 individual faces, oh my gosh, that's like another part-time job, but if you're doing groups of people, so doable. So you're going to give her a call. Now you get on the phone with her, all right, or texting her. Either way, you're going to thank her again and say, thank you so much for helping me out. It really means the world to me. I always say that to people. I let them know that I'm really grateful. It really means the world to me. And then you got to offer her 2 to 3 choices of when she can book with you. So know when you're available. Know what your schedule is. If you have a husband or a boyfriend or significant other or a mother or a roommate or somebody that's important, that their schedule's important, make sure they know what that is too. When I started out with Mary Kay, and this was not wanting to be a director. This was not wanting to earn a car. This was to earn an extra $200 a month. My goal was to have 1 to 2 appointments a week. And I did Wednesday nights and Saturdays. So when people said yes, that they would, lend their face to me, I'm like, great. I can do Wednesday night or a Saturday. What's better for you? Do not say, okay, well, what's good for you? Don't leave it open-ended like that. That's like booking suicide. It's very hard to recover from that. All right. Speaking from, personal experience, because when you say what works well for you, well, now they got to talk to the boyfriend, or they got to check out the kid's soccer schedule, or they got to check out their work schedule, or they got to call their boss, or, then it turns into a thing, and it's very hard to get the booking after that, to follow up with it. And so you want to know right off the bat, you want to have 2 or 3 choices. Now, if you have a pretty open-ended schedule, you're not really sure what you want to do, at least say weekends or weekdays. Do weekends or weekdays work better for you? All right. And definitely know when you don't want to work. I know I definitely don't want to work on Sundays. Like, I just don't do that. It's very rare if I work on a Sunday, like very, very rare. It might be June if I'm going to work on a Sunday because it's June, it's the last month of our year. But I just don't do that. I want to be with my family. I want to go to church. It's like my day of rest. It's kind of a big deal to me. Okay, so you can offer 2 or 3 choices and keep on whittling them down. So if she says, oh, weekends are great for me, fantastic. I can do Friday or Saturdays. What do you like better? I like Saturdays. Fantastic. Okay, could do 10, 1, or 4 o'clock.
Bethany,
yeah.
I often will say, is day or evening better? Is that
that's fine?
Okay, because I do appointments. I'd rather do it during the day,
right,
when the kids are at school. But
right,
okay, that's all right.
Absolutely. And if you don't want to do evenings at all, just say, are weekdays or weekends better for you? You know what I mean? Like,
right.
Yeah, and if you just don't want to do any evenings at all, just don't even offer it, like that's totally fine. Ladies, this is your business. And you got to remember, Darcy said this, and this was like so brilliant. And her husband said this to her, think about your doctor. If you're like scheduling an appointment with a doctor or a dentist or something, they tell you when they're available, right? Like, and you're not like put out that they can't take you on a Sunday at 3:30 in the afternoon. You know what I mean? Like you fit into whatever their appointments are. So yeah. Now something that's pretty good. Now, if you want to get bookings now, definitely book things for now. See if you can do this now. But I like where I'm at right now in my schedule, because next week I'm going to be up in New York visiting family. I'm not telling people that. I'm telling them that I'm all booked through next week. And don't I sound fancy? Right? I sound very fancy and very important. And everyone wants to book with me. I'm booked through next week. So let's look at the week of the 20th. And guess what? They're booking. So you can do that, like you can just like book 2 weeks out. So you seem like, because if you're available like the next day, they might be like, oh, she's not that big, whatever. She's not that big of a deal. So, but you are a total big deal. So keep on going until you've got the thing. Now, what if somebody says they insist that they need to look at some kind of schedule or consult with somebody? This is what you say. You got to use this word, tentative date. Okay, that's fine. How about we set a tentative date with the understanding that if we need to switch it or change it, we totally can. I'm booking up fast. So what usually works for you? Weekends or weekdays? Because if they need to check out Johnny's soccer schedule, they know usually when Johnny's going to have a soccer game or a soccer practice, right? They know he's not going to have a soccer practice at like 10 a.m. on a Thursday or whatever, So yeah, so use the usually and tentative date. Okay, now you've got the booking, but you want to work smart. You don't want to work hard. You want to do a party. And what is a party? How many people is a party?
3
like 4 or 5 people, maybe?
3.
Oh, I had a party today.
Yay! There you go. Not with the doll. The doll doesn't count.
Darn.
You had a double facial.
I had a double facial.
You had a double facial. U plus 2 is a party, okay? Like to the hostess. If you tell the hostess U plus 2 is a party. 3 or more people. And I count it as a party if I just get 3 separate people together. Even if they like don't know each other, they're at the same time, I call it a party. All right. 3 or more people is a party. And magical things happen with parties. I mean, I love double facials. I love single facials as well. You know, Dawn was a single facial. Caitlin was a single facial, you know, and here they are. Kylie was a single facial. Man, I do a lot of recruiting from single facials. But there's something magical about parties as well. Sarah Cotton, her first party, over $600 in sales. Would you not agree that that's pretty magical? Well, it's not magical, it's mathematical. She had a party. So that's why she had more people there. That's why she had over $600 in sales. I've never had $600 in sales from one person, okay? So you want to have the, you know, work it smart. So now you're going to incentivize this girl to have friends with her. Okay, you're going to incentivize it. You've already said that you are looking for 30 people to be in your portfolio. So what you're going to say is, hey, as I told you, I need 30 people in my portfolio. So if you can help me out and have some friends there, I'll have a deal for you. My favorite deal is the 50-50 deal. And you say that to her. My favorite deal is the 50-50 deal. When you have 5 friends with you, you can either get $50 in free product or 50% off anything and everything in the entire Mary Kay lineup. And you have to say it like that. Don't just say 50% off. Say 50% off anything and everything in the Mary Kay lineup.
Or $50 in free product.
Yep. Now, most people will go for the 50% off. And honestly, you want them to do the 50% off because you're just selling to her at wholesale cost. You're not giving anything away. She's still paying the cost. But you now, in exchange for that, you have 5 new people sitting in front of you who you wouldn't have known before. And those 5 new people might decide they want a 50-50 deal too, and they book their own parties. And if they don't want to do a 50-50 deal, they don't want to book a party, they're going to give you referrals. So you want to incentivize getting groups of people together. Work smart, not hard. So 50-50 deal, and then if she doesn't have 5 people there, I still always give a deal or a discount for at least 2 people. If she has at least 2 people, I give something. Now, that's up to you what you want to do. Do you want to give her $20, you know, a $20 credit that she can use, you know, on a purchase? Do you want to give her 20% off? Do you want to give her a gift? Maybe you've got some product in your inventory that you kind of want to get rid of, or you have extra of, or it's discontinued. You know, that's up to you what you want to do. But I always give something for them bringing new people to me. All right. Now, let me see. I don't know if I can. Well, you know, I'll show this to you on my phone. And this is also on my website. Remember, BethanyBeninati.com. There's a lot of stuff under holding parties and facials. Oh my gosh, I just saw a picture of that horrific doll again. Unbelievable. But I want to show you ladies an invite, and I actually have to make one today for that party I just booked. But this is what I send out to people. Some of you may have even gotten this from me. Oh, it's not showing up. Oh, that's hard to see. Okay. Well, basically it is a little, darn it. Okay. Go to my website. Go to BethanyBeninati.com and take a look at the picture of the invite that I send. Basically, I use Pic Collage. You can use like Rana Designs. You can use any kind of free, you know, picture app. But I have cute arrows at the top, like a cute border. It says, "Let's go to our pretty place." And then underneath it just has the address, the date, and the time. And so I send that to the hostess, say, okay, I'm going to send you an invite with a script to send out to your friends. And so I send that to them and I send them a script. All of that is on my website. And the script is basically saying, hey, blah, blah, blah. I was just gifted with a free pampering session for Mary Kay. And part of my gift is that I can have up to 7 people join me. And you know how much I love you, so I picked you. Part of my gift is that all of my friends get a swag bag for free. So can you text Bethany at 845-820-1843 with your RSVP, and she'll make a customized swag bag just for you. And then I start getting text messages from people who I don't know. And they start telling me, hey, this is Susie. I'm going to be at Sarah's party on Thursday. She told me to get in touch with you. And I'm like, fantastic. And so then I'll be like, can I give you a call real quick? I always want to get on the phone with them. I want them to hear my voice. They like me when they hear my voice. Your voice is powerful. Don't hide behind a text message. Your voice is very powerful, and it builds relationships, and it builds loyalty, and it builds curiosity, and it builds it just builds more of a commitment that they're going to be there at that party. They're not going to flake out at the last second, because some people are flaky. Okay. And you're going to meet them in Mary Kay. You're going to meet lots of flaky people. I'm just going to warn you. So if that irritates you, just know that that might happen. Okay. So then I'm going to, and if they, if I just, or maybe I can't even call them at that moment, but I can text them. I'll just text them. Okay. And I will, and what I'll offer in their swag bag is I'll offer them either a fragrance or a color sample. So you have that came in your starter kits, ladies, those color cards that have the 3 eyeshadows, the blush, and the lipstick sample. I put that in a goodie bag. Or I put in a Enchanted Wish scratch and sniff card. Those are those fragrance cards. You get a pack of 20 for like nothing. And I'll put and that'll be the other option. And I'll put a couple pieces of candy and my business card. And that's it. That's a swag bag. That's what they get. Now, if you don't want to do swag bags, instead of saying, get in touch with Bethany for your swag bag preference, you can say, get in touch with Bethany to let her know if you want to do a satin hands or satin lips treatment. And then you don't have to deal with goodie bags or swag bags. You can just offer that. Isn't that genius? I just learned that the other day, that you can do that. You don't have to do satin hands and satin lips. They can take a choice. And if they want to try the other one, they can book a follow-up with you. Isn't that cool? Say yes.
Yes.
Good idea. I like it.
Okay. Need a little bit of feedback. I thought that was smart. And you know what? I think it'll, especially as a new consultant, ladies, you're trying to keep your costs down and, you want to keep things simple. Keep it simple like that. Okay. I think that's a great way to keep it simple. So any questions about anything? Great. Okay. So the formula that I said, the secret formula to success in Mary Kay. Some of you I've talked to you about this. Actually, a lot of you. We've talked about this formula already. The formula that will build you to anything that you want from this company. You may want an extra $1,000 every month in profit from this opportunity. You might want an extra $200 in profit. You might want a free car. You might want to be a director. You might want to be a national sales director like me. Okay. The formula that's going to build your business, build your confidence, build your circle of influence, just build everything is 3 plus 3 plus 3. Really simple. 3 parties a week plus $300 in sales a week plus 3 interviews a week. Now, the sales and the interviews will all come from the 3 parties. That's where you're going to get the sales. I mean, Sarah, first party, $600 in sales. That was just one party, okay? You probably are going to sell a lot more than $300 with 3 parties. Would we all agree on that? Yes?
Yes.
Probably, okay? But
Yeah.
you're going to have $300 in sales from 3 parties. So you do that, and at every single party, you're going to pick out at least one person, maybe 2, that you're going to want to share the Mary Kay opportunity with. And what that looks like, if you're brand new and you're feeling like a little bit you're just, I don't have the confidence to do that, use me. Hey, I'm running my Pearls of Sharing, and I need to pick at least one person from every appointment to watch my director's video and just give feedback. It'll help me with my training. Will you do that for me? That's how I actually got my first 4 recruits. I didn't have a video. YouTube was not as rampant. It makes me sound so old. But there wasn't as much of that technology available and easy and accessible. So what we had was a little team building notebook. It was almost like a flip chart, okay? And I carried that with me in my starter kit everywhere I went. And I told people, I totally threw my aunt under the bus. And I said, hey, my aunt is my director, and she told me that I have to read this to at least one person. Can I read it to you? It'll help me with my training. And they're like, yeah, sure. I don't want to join though. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. I just need to practice. Okay, that's fine. And I'd read them the information about Mary Kay and flip the pages and they look at the pictures and I would just be reading word for word. Like I knew nothing except how to read. And so I'd read word for word. And at the end they'd be like, huh, I think I want to join. Okay. Totally surprised me. Okay, totally surprised me. When people say no, they're not interested in Mary Kay, many times, most times, it's because like you can't even believe them unless they've heard the marketing information. How do they know that they don't want to join unless they know what our company's about? You know, like they don't know. Don't believe them. They don't know. Just be like, okay, that's fine. Just listen. That's fine. Just let me practice. That's fine. And that's how you do it. Okay. So Pearls of Sharing. Dawn has her Pearls of Sharing necklace. Kylie, you have all three, don't you?
I do.
You do. Darcy has all three. Is Darcy still there?
Yes. Okay. I had you on mute because my kids are over here screaming.
Okay.
Yeah, I have all three.
You have all three. Yeah. So we've got earrings, a necklace, and a bracelet. Okay, ladies. So and Sarah's earning hers. We talked about that today. We mapped that out. So and Dawn's earning the rest. And Caitlin, we're gonna get you on track for that. Caitlin's brand new. We're taking it one step at a time. But ladies, I want to thank you so much for being on. I hope that this was helpful to you. Some of it was a little bit basic, but I hope that just helps strengthen your skills. And I gotta say, I know that there are people on this call that are gonna move to the top, and they're gonna move very quickly. And just keep it simple. Whatever you want to get from Mary Kay, don't get confused. Just put product on faces. That's all you got to do. Just put product on faces. Yes.
Is it the first two or first three before you get the first set of the earrings?
3.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
And I have to show, how cute is this? It's backwards, but every dollar makes a difference. Guess who made that? Sarah.
Oh.
Sarah makes stuff. Isn't that cool? Sarah makes stuff. So if you guys need stuff made, she'll like make stuff. She's given me so much stuff already. It's so cool.
Are we?
What's that?
I know that you gave those. Can we each get one of those as well, or is that just for the director?
It's a director thing.
Oh, no. I'm sorry. Never mind.
Yeah. Sarah's like, yeah, I'll make you one. I'll make 5.
Of course. I'm not going to turn anybody down.
Well, you know, it'll be
Sarah, we'll come up with our own.
Yeah, we'll have our own shirt. Don't worry.
Hey, no rebels. But this would be like a DIQ thing at least, okay? Because it's part of the Dollar National area. And the way that you ladies would count for the Dollar National area right now is to become a director. Because Audrey needs 20 sales directors. And you girls count for that. And
How many does she have?
What's that?
How many does she have?
She has 4 first line and 1 second line.
That's right.
She needs